Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the Brown Rider YouTube channel. So I am shooting this video of a DJI Action 4. I recently purchased this just for this channel so I can start making videos again. So I haven't made videos in a while, and obviously with this channel we are basically going to be doing a lot of cycling related stuff. So as you guys can see here, we've got a bike behind me here. So this one was built up recently using Shimano 105. I bought the bike brand new, literally stripped the bike completely and put on these hunt wheels that I had on my old bike, aluminium wheels wrapped in Hutchinson Override tires. The back one is 35C, the front one is 38C because Wiggle actually sent me the wrong size, so I've had to buy another one, but I'm going to keep this tire anyway. So yeah, this is my Specialized Diverge. This is for like winter riding. I've bought what have I bought for it? I've bought some mud guards to put on it to make it a little bit more weatherproof so I don't get destroyed by the weather. And obviously Shimano 105 R7000 group set on that. Yeah, it's been a crazy journey when it comes to the bike. So I've been riding an aero bike for over a year now, probably. I would say about a year. So let me grab that bike and I'll show you the first aero bike I bought in 2023. So this bike, which is an Oro Venturi, this is my first aero bike I bought. I bought the frame for the bike. I never actually I bought the frame and then I bought all the other parts. Well, I had the shifters from my old bike because I wanted to change it to hydraulic, but I decided I might as well build a whole new bike. So the rear derailleur, front mech, all of that is basically all the stuff I bought off eBay. Again, Shimano 105. And this was the first bike I actually had a crasher on. And I don't use this bike anymore because stupidly I clamped the bike at this point on the bike stand, and when I was doing a service, and cracked the frame, so I've been reluctant to ride this bike. However, this bike is great to ride. It's super quick. Obviously I would love to get it repaired, but I think what's going to happen is I'm going to strip this bike, take everything off of it, all the 105 stuff. And then obviously I've got, turn it around, I've got a Power Meter Giant Ultegra crank set, which I think I'm probably going to sell, because I don't think I'm going to put it on my other bike. But yeah, Ultegra cassette on the back, 1134. And then obviously I got the Ultegra pedals, Ultegra crank, and then everything else with 105 on it. Bontrager. I think some of the bits on this bike that I'm going to reuse the saddle for my new bike that is coming soon, and potentially reuse these wheels because I don't know if I'm going to sell them or not. I'm going to sell the frame for maybe 150 pound. The group set potentially might keep it. I don't know. As of right now, I'm more than likely going to sell all the parts of this bike apart from the saddle and the wheels. Maybe keep the crank is also one of the Shimano ones that need to go back to get fixed. So potentially I'll just give it to Shimano. The handlebars on that bike is Windspace. So I bought that off eBay last year. Yeah, it was an amazing bike. I did Surrey Hills, or one of the Surrey events, which was like a 30-mile ride. I did that on this bike. And yeah, it served me well. However, I hate the fact that I broke the bike. So this is the Schultz Aero Blade. So I've been riding this bike, rim brake. I was like, oh, let me switch up to rim brake. So that's exactly what I did. Well, I needed a new bike because obviously this one broke. I had an event coming up, the Peak District bike event. So I decided I bought this for like 250 pounds of frame. I bought the wheels for I think 200 and something. I already had tires. I basically had the group set, Ultegra group set, which I paid like £200 or something like that for, and I had to go pick it up. The handlebars I paid a little bit for. Luckily, I managed to get it off a friend, so it was fairly good price. However, this is for an all-in-one sort of integrated fork bike. So I've got a big hole here, which doesn't make any sense. But I haven't ridden this for a couple of weeks. The last time I rode it, it rained so much. That's why it's so dirty. And yeah, it's a great bike. I'm not gonna stand down about it, but I think when I get my other bikes out, which is going to be another disc brake bike, that is going to be the new sort of like daily or the event bike, and it's going to be swapped with this, and I'm probably going to get rid of this bike too. I don't know how much I'm going to sell it for, but it's going to go out for sale. So that's my second bike that I built last year. So yeah, let's put this one back. So here is my Specialized Diverge. I originally started riding on a Specialized Diverge back in COVID time. So I have the frame sitting over onto the side, which I can show you guys. So that is, I'm trying to build that one back up. Basically, I took bits off that and put it on here, which the only bits I took off was the wheels and the crankset, but I can put the crankset back on. I've got Ultegra cranksets as well. So this one, literally, I had a front mech, but I found like a group set on eBay really cheap, so I ended up buying the group set instead. So I bought everything. Cassette is originally from my old bike, so I bought another cassette for like £25. So that's on the way, so I can potentially put that on the old wheels that was on this bike and then basically reuse it. But yeah, amazing to ride. I rode it this week. And yeah, I had an amazing time, but however, I need to adjust the seat. The seat isn't in a great position at the moment. It's too flat. I need to adjust it. And yeah, so I built the bike. Basically, I put everything together. However, I took it to a bike shop to get the rest done. I tried to bleed the brakes myself. Unsuccessfully, I wasn't able to do it, so the bike shop did it. Ended up paying like, I don't even know, I think it was £70 to do all the work to it. But the new bike that's coming, which basically I have everything for it, just I need to take the saddle off that because I'm going to be putting it on that bike. Yeah, so this is sort of like the daily commuter bike. It's all alloy, whereas the other two both carbon fiber with carbon wheels, but all alloy wheels as well from Hunt. Disc brake, hydraulic, which to be honest I wasn't expecting to go back to hydraulic because I was using rim brake and I was like, oh, rim brake's great. However, in the rain, rim brake completely sucks, so I literally decided, yeah, I'm gonna switch back to hydraulic disc. And before that I was using cable disc brakes, which this came with. So the group set that was originally on this was a Claris group set. The crank set on it was a piece of shit Shimano one, which I couldn't get off, so the bike shop had to cut it off and I had to pay them £20 to do that. So yeah, this is a great little bike. It's not too heavy. It's obviously all alloy, so it's got a bit of weight to it, but it does the job, you know, all 105. And then obviously I switched to speed play on this bike because I was like, I want something with both sides that I can just clip into, so I'm getting used to that still. Yeah, it's a great little bike. And also the old bike that I had as a Dura-Ace crankset, which has a power meter on it from Stages, but I find that really shit, so I don't use it. So this is where all the like building blocks and building work for the bikes happen, in this garage. Yeah, the Schultz bike that I had, the green one, and the Diverge was both built in here. This one was actually built in the little shed area, which is back there, which you guys can't see. And yeah, it's obviously an environment that I can actually, like, if there's space, which there wasn't space when I was building that bike. However, with the Schultz bike, there was a little bit of room, so I was able to maneuver and stuff like that. And let me show you guys my old original Diverge. So the first road bike that got me into cycling. So I originally bought this frame for, I think, £200 or £250 back in 2020, so during COVID, and everything was obviously shooting up in price. So this originally had like it had a 10-speed Sora Claris mixture of a group set. So yeah, it's obviously not got that anymore. So I switched up to 105 cable. And yeah, everything pretty much worked on it, and I did a lot. I've done like thousands of miles on this bike, and it's the wrong size for me. It's a 56. I'm in between a 54 and 52. So the other bikes that I've got, the Oro Venturi 54, the Specialized Diverge 52, and the Schiltz a 52. My new bike is actually even smaller because I was told to go from the company to go even smaller. The new bike is an Elves Falaf Evo, which I got from China. So the frame's here, everything's here apart from I think just the saddle I need to take off, and I've just got the chain. I've got everything else, crankset, brand new crankset's going on there. But yeah, so this is the first bike I started riding properly in COVID. Well, the first road bike, I'd say, with these drop handles. Before that I was riding a normal hybrid, Specialized, I can't even remember which one it was. It was an old Specialized. I don't know what it is. I'll probably put like a little. Here's some other bikes for kids. Here's a bike my dad's had for over 20 years, and it's been ridden, so that's good. The Oro Venturi, my Specialized Diverge. Here's a giant. I can't even remember what this is. This is a hybrid bike. Hydraulic brakes. The disc brakes need to be redone. I changed it to a Tiagra crank because the old crank just wasn't working. And yeah, that is my cycling, my gear, my cycling gear. But I think in the next video I'll talk about how I got into cycling and all that kind of stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me showing off my bikes that I've got. And I'm going to be doing some rides where I have the camera strapped to me, and then I'm riding and talking and all that kind of stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys real soon. Peace.